All right, you are now tuned into the Rotated Views podcast. I am your host, Jimmylee Velez. I'm here with Gabe, Goose, Ange, and Heck. Mission B33 Part 2. In this episode series, the crew is taking on a new challenge. We cover topics that range from updates for week 2, ups and downs we experienced, results, and much more. We wrap the episode up with quotes from Simone Biles and Bob Proctor. Guys, if you're new, thank you for listening. Don't forget to download and subscribe. We drop a new episode every Tuesday morning for your listening pleasure. Kicking things off. Gentlemen. What's going on?
What up?
This morning, we wrote down day 13. As we're recording this, is day 13. When you listen to this, it'll be day 20-ish, right? Something like that. But we're day 13 today, so technically 2 weeks in, right? We're just going to go around the horn. Initial thoughts on 2 weeks in. What are your... We'll start with Heck, go to Ange, Goose, and then go like that.
2 weeks in. It feels good. It's still like you're still motivated to do it. There's no lagging or anything. Like get up in the morning, still do the same ritual. Like it's a good day.
Yeah.
Such a good day. Like reading a book, I'm keeping up. So I kind of fell off on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So when I got to work this morning, I read 3 chapters today. To knock it out, just to to get it done.
Yeah.
But Saturday was the only day I didn't get to read. I did mostly everything else except for the reading part.
Yeah.
It was just a little time didn't give. I could have gave time, but other than that, it's. I feel good. I feel really good. Like walking into places, I feel like I'm like a different person. Like I'm not like before. I felt like I was like slacking and just like bumming and whatever. Now I feel like I feel energized going into places. Like just talking to random people in the store just a little bit ago and stuff. So
yeah, for sure.
Feels good.
Sweet. Ange.
I'm with Heck. I'm definitely still motivated.
Yeah.
Like I know like 2 days last week I fell off. I didn't work out.
Yeah.
But then I've been doing 2 days a week just to make up for the 2 days. So now like I'm on doing 2 days.
Yeah.
So that kicked that into a whole nother gear. Like you know what I mean? Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Like
Heck yeah.
I'm loving it.
So good.
Like and then the whole waking up in the morning and hitting your knees. Like that's something I always did, but it's just now adding more to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now it's not just a checklist. Now I'm actually doing it. You know what I mean? But yeah, like Heck said, just still motivated. Like yeah, it's great.
Hell yeah.
Like the first week was getting to learn how to do it. This week it's kind of like perfecting it.
Yeah.
Now I feel like it's just going to be habitual after this.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Goose?
Yeah, no, it's yeah, I agree with these guys. It's still motivating. It's still like now I'm actually like figuring out the time frame of certain things. Before I was trying to read the book here and there. And the first week I was reading a book at the shop, and, like when I had a chance and stuff. It worked, but then it didn't. It was like there was still some distraction. So then I would just take it home. But then like heck, I skipped a couple days, and I just sat down one day and just kind of caught up. But it's it's definitely just like a routine now. It's like Ange said, the first week you're just kind of get used to it, kind of adjust to it. Now it's kind of like I'm placing things where they gotta be.
Yeah.
For me, that works best for me. So it's kind of. Yeah, it's working out like that way for me. Just kind of organizing stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still a good thing.
Gabe?
So yeah, it's kind of like along the same lines. Like I feel like the first week is still kind of figuring out like time frames and all that stuff too. But I do like the fact that I chose to do the workout first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Because that was definitely like a Kickstarter that I didn't do the first time when we did it in November.
Yeah.
That I was kind of just I fit it in when I found the right time, whatever. But like this, like getting first thing in the morning, doing the water and doing like whatever the quick exercise first thing in the morning, I like that much better.
Yeah.
I felt like it kind of just kickstart everything. So
yeah, I think similar for me. I think the first week I did everything with a specific time. I was making adjustments. Week 2, I think I like really honed in the very, very specific. Because I added a couple other things with myself because I'm handwriting my goals every single day. So that's like part of my routine that I had added. And I realized when I was doing my affirmations, there was like redundancy. So sort of like I'm writing what I already affirmed. I'm like, this, not that it's stupid, but I'm like, it is time consuming. And I'm like sitting there for 20 minutes writing out my goals. I'm like, I can knock this down to 15 minutes because I'm just doing double the work. But I agree with the working out part is, I cannot believe that I stuck with it for straight 13 days, to be honest with you, because I always, since I could freaking remember, when I was in my tip-top shape of my entire life, I've always worked out 5-6 days a week. I've never did 7 days a week. Maybe once or twice if I knew I was going on vacation or something for the last, whatever. But I was already in the zone at that point. This is like the first time I'm just like, holy smokes. But I would say the biggest thing is working out first thing in the morning. During the week, it's easy because I have to get a routine. I have to be at work at a specific time. I know I have to leave at a specific time. So I know how long it takes me. It takes me an hour to drive into work. So I know these things. I'm like, dude, if I don't start at 4:45 in the morning, there's no way I can be done by 6:15. I got to be done everything by 6:15 to then go. If I'm not done by then, now I'm making stuff up later on. And the problem is like when I get home from work, everything's so unpredictable. Like what I'm doing with the family. It could be like taking my oldest to a basketball practice or something else he has going on, haircuts, someone's birthday in our families. We got a big old family, so someone's having a birthday somewhere, right? And so the part that I've been switching up, the weekends for me is I don't need to get up that early. Yeah. So then I just do, so then like my routine is sort of like all over the map. Like even, Saturday, Sunday, even today, I was off from work today. So it was just I took my time with everything. I mean, I did all like my, like the meditation stuff in the morning, but the exercise, I'm like, I have all day, I can do it. And I still did it, but it was funny because you know what it was? I felt like it was like a due report. It was like hanging over my head. I'm like, bro, this is why I don't like doing this. Like waiting for the rest of the end of the day. I'd rather just knock it all out. And 90% of my list is done at 6:15 in the morning. Every day, 90% of my list is done. The only thing you can't mark off is like the social media fast. I have to wait till the next morning to mark that off. I'm good there. But yeah, I think the weekends has always thrown me off. That is like historically, the weekends has thrown me off, but I've actually still did it. A little bit of a headache, a little bit of a like, oh man, I'm really doing this right now. Like I did not. I'll tell you right now, Sunday I did not want to do any of the above. Yeah. Man, I was meditating, damn near fell asleep. It's just brutal, bro. But anyway, so you get through it and whatnot. But dang, the exercise, and dude, I did that with like kicking and screaming. I was like, dude, just go, just go. And finally just did it. And then today was dope because the whole family was off and went for a walk together or whatever, and then went to the basketball courts with the boys, to playground with the boys. I'm like, heck yeah, we got it in. And it was gorgeous. It
definitely was a good day.
February or whatever. All right, so those are overall, initial thoughts. So let's talk about the social media fest. How's everyone doing with that? I know Goose and Ange, I know last week we were talking like that was probably like the easiest thing for you guys. Is that still status quo? Did anyone else? Yeah. Anyone?
No, it's good. I only tripped up that one time where I got caught.
When you messaged everybody?
Yeah, well, you guys. I messaged the whole group. He goes, yo, get off the damn message. I was like, oh man, I got caught.
Not even realizing.
I didn't realize it.
Such a natural
such
thing.
a habit.
Yeah. So one of my neighbor hit me up on not on Messenger, on Instagram Messenger. Yeah. So natural reaction. I see. I was like, oh, let me hit him back up because he's showing me something. And then I slipped and I just started seeing a video of this Volkswagen. And I was like, yo, this. And I sent it to them.
Right down the rabbit hole.
Yo, right down the rabbit hole. Not even instant. Got a text message. Yo, get off the phone. You're on social media.
Yeah.
But other than that, that was it. That was just that one fault that I had.
For me, it was it's been an easy change, that like easy thing to do. But someone sent me because the Eagles were in the Super Bowl, so someone sent like this group thing. It was like a video, so I clicked on it and I'm watching. I'm like, oh shit, I'm on TikTok, and it just kept going. I'm like, no. I just like got off of it. I'm like, yo, what the heck?
Yeah, like if someone sends you like a snippet or something, we're not talking about.
And I don't even have a TikTok account anyway, but it would just it went from.
But you can.
But you can't get lost.
I know, and it went from one video to another video. I'm like,
it just keeps moving.
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck?
You know what the thing with social media is, is it's become fluid with our regular communication.
Yeah.
So like it's almost as simple as it's because it's messaging you can do. Yeah. So we're going from a text message to a group to messaging that same group in social media about something funny, like whatever, or some like comedy skit or just something we know we'd all laugh about. It's weird because then like the lines are so blurred, and I think that's what is hard for that transition, because even though I'm still like good, like I haven't done anything, but it's still like I still think the one thing that we did wrong was that we didn't announce it. Sure. Because there's so many people now, I feel like, oh man, I'm not hitting them back up, and I didn't say. So I'm hitting them back up via text. I'm like, yo, just so you know, I'm off the social media till like whatever March, whatever. And they're like, oh no problem. And then they'll send me something else. I'm like, dude, this is hilarious or something. Like, and these are people. Some of these friends, I actually only communicate them to them through social media. Yeah. It's weird, but like that's just our relationship, I guess. I don't know. And so it's like I should have definitely posted something. Hey, be right back, out of office for a month or whatever. But
that happened with us this week. Todd, friend of ours, so he sent Angelo like this thing on social media, and like I guess he didn't get a response like a day, 2 days later. So he calls me. He's like, "Yo, is everything cool? Is everything good?" I hit Angelo up on.
Is he alive?
Yeah.
I had Angelo up on Instagram, and he usually like responds. He's like, I don't know if I was like offensive or not. Like he took it so.
Oh, he had a whole argument.
Yeah,
with himself.
he was like, he was so lost. I'm like, bro, we're doing this thing right now. We're off social media for a month, 33 days or whatever. He's like, yo, I really was like nervous. Like he thought something happened. He was so lost. He was just like,
oh man,
50 million things went through his head.
Yeah, that's happens, bro. That really does happen. Yeah, social media thing was a very funny. It's a very interesting thing, because like I said, I think the lines are blurred and it's very fluid with our communication now. It's just a normal thing to tag somebody in something, send them a message, check this out. This is super funny.
Tag somebody, comment,
yeah.
Everything streamed together.
Right. It really does, and you're like, whoa, that was sort of part of my communication, like, arsenal, I guess you would say. All right. How's everybody with the hydration part? So drinking, water in the morning, first thing you get up, first thing. That was, I think we were pretty much good. I wake up thirsty as heck. So I'm like, dude, I gotta chug something. You know what I mean?
That's pretty much normal. And then, so the hydration, you're saying, I drink that, and then I'll have a cup of coffee. And then when I get into work, or if I'm at home, probably like 10:30ish, I'll have like one of those like liquid IV type things. Just put that in my drink just for extra hydration, just to keep me going and stuff. It works. And by the end of the day, I'm like 6 bottles deep of water.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what that's equivalent to. I'm not doing math here.
Sure. But I've kind of gotten to like the hydration thing years ago when I think you started first hanging out. We went to like the GNC. We got like the fat burn. You had to drink tons of water anyway, and that's why I just started drinking water from then on. And at some point throughout the years, I just started like
because there's supplements. There's like you have to drink a certain amount of water for it to get processed correctly through your system. Otherwise, you're jacking some things up, I guess. But I don't know what the science is behind that. But dude, I wake up thirsty as anything anyway. That's sort of like a gimme. But I can't say that I consciously drank water the second I woke up prior to this. I know I did at some point in my morning, but it just wasn't like a conscious thing. Now it's like I'm purposely waking up, literally brushing my teeth and going downstairs and grabbing a thing of water and chugging it. And then bang, meditation starts. Bang, setting affirmations up, writing goals down, then exercise. Like it's just a part of the flow now. It's a very conscious decision.
I got lost this morning when I didn't get your text message at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
your screenshot.
The weekend. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but today's Monday, so Monday I'm getting up for work, and I was like, oh man, he didn't send his morning. Let's get it.
I was half expecting this morning.
Yeah. I'm on day. I'm off. So. All right, so let's switch up. The fasting, how's that going? Has everyone fasted every single day?
Yep.
I mean, I feel like that's my normal lifestyle anyway. I don't really have a breakfast. The first thing I have in the days at lunch, and it's usually like noon, 1 o'clock anyway.
Yeah.
So, and then I don't eat anything once I'm home or whatever. It's like 9, 10 o'clock at night. So it's a solid like 12 hours. I really don't have like food in me. So that's, I don't know if that's like a time frame period, but I know our thing was skipping like a meal, but that's like, that was my norm. You know what I mean? I don't like, I kind of fast at night, late night, and then till like 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. So that was easy for me anyway.
So you saying you're skipping 2 meals?
No, 9 o'clock at night. I don't eat anything after like 9 or 10.
Oh, I got you. So when you get home from work, you'll eat.
Yeah, and then I don't eat.
I got you.
So I stop. My last thing I eat is at 9, 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Then the next thing I eat is at 12 the next day.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I never ate breakfast. Like,
Yeah.
And this week I'm really honing in on it, like the intermittent. Like I'm only going to eat between 12 and 6.
Exactly.
Like 12 in the afternoon to 6 at night.
Exactly.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
And I felt the best I ever felt in my life. Like
100%.
Clear mentally, physically, you feel great.
This week, you just said that's funny because this week, so the goal for me too is not to eat past 8 o'clock. So, but I didn't realize this was what it was. Apparently, it's called the OMAD diet, which is 1 meal a day. And I didn't know that's what I was doing, but I was not eating for 21 hours, so eating between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Because I found that, because there's time where I was just eating lunch and then I was missing this whole element of what I didn't realize was something intimate and special with my family when I got home from work. So they're all eating at the dinner table and I'm just sitting on the couch. And it was like, I felt like I was taking away from them, and then I would sit there and then awkwardly not eat. It was just it just didn't work. And so then I went 21 hours, just skipped from 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. the next day. And bam, dude. And it was like, dude, you appreciate your wife's cooking that much more.
Yeah.
You're starving.
Everything tastes better.
Woo! It's so good. But this week, one of my goals is to incorporate like two days in the week to do that, just a 1 meal a day, to get back into that rotation. Cause I did that for like a month and a half last year.
Yeah.
And dropped like 35, 40 pounds.
Quick.
Like quick.
It comes off quick.
Yeah. And there's all the science behind it. But I'm slowly working my way up there for the lifestyle thing because, dude, that has been my hardest thing, was the fact I stuck with it. I freaking stuck with it. But dude, that is 1,000% has been hard because I was huge at work, huge into breakfast, like having breakfast and meetings and stuff like that. Bagels is like, that's like a thing. It's just like what we do.
Yeah.
So that's
hard
because you're sort of going against everything that you would normally do. And sometimes to the point is like you're not even hungry, but you're just doing it just because it's a social
Everyone
aspect.
else is doing it.
Everyone's
Yeah.
eating, grabbing a Danish, having a coffee, sitting
Bagel
down,
or whatever,
talking.
yeah.
Yeah. And now it's just like, now I'm just drinking a black coffee, just chilling, talking. But I don't think it's as awkward as long as I have, like, for me, if I have a cup of coffee, you're good.
Yeah.
But I think it was more mental for me. I'm like, dude, I'm not even eating anything. I look weird. Like this, like I feel like I'm distancing myself.
Yeah,
It wasn't. It was all in my head.
Sure.
Like I had a cup of coffee in my hand, so I'm good.
Yeah.
But that has been hard, just like the social media thing, because of the aspect of it it was part of what we did, not necessarily saying that I can't wait to get on social media. It was like I'm just sending someone a message.
Yeah.
Or it's like I can't wait to eat breakfast. It was just sort of a meeting with this person, you know what I mean, this colleague, and we're having a discussion. So I think that has, next to, I don't know, I think that has probably been I found working out every day is easier than the fasting. And it's crazy because I've fasted for 3 days before. I said this before. I fasted for 3 entire days, strictly only had water. And that was probably one of the toughest things I've ever done in my life. But you know why I highly recommend doing that? Obviously, seek medical assistance or advice first. But I highly recommend that because it puts you in a different time frame or mindset when you are fasting for 1 or 2 meals. Because you're like, dude, I fasted for 3 days. I can totally wait. I could totally skip a meal right now, 1,000%. If I did it for 3 days, so then it becomes like this mental thing. But to really solidify, really true, having that foundation of the lifestyle that we keep talking about is I'm gradually literally building a very firm foundation right now, especially with the supplements, everything. I haven't missed on nothing, not a single thing. And I don't know if I've ever done that many in a row. Like we're saying, like, oh, I miss reading this. I've not missed anything. So it's like, and then once you get that momentum, you don't want to mess it up. Isn't that funny?
Right.
You're like, yo, we're rocking and rolling right now. Yes. You're like, dude, I ain't trying to jack this up at all, one bit. And now it becomes obsessive. It's like, dude, I can't wait. I just want to get it off my list. I want to get it off my, you know what I mean?
That's pretty much me. Like, I just want to get it all done and get it all over with. Like, taking the supplements, I haven't missed a beat. Like, even on the weekends, because when I grab my cup of coffee, my mug, I open that, my vitamins right there.
Right there, yeah.
Boom, I see them, put them in my hands, pour my cup of coffee, sip, take my vitamins, and keep it moving. Because I drink coffee every morning, no matter what. So it's like, I haven't missed a beat on that.
Yeah. What you guys looking at the list or whatever? So the social media fast, the fasting, the vitamins, affirmations. Is there anything that you is maybe giving you a challenge through the second week, or you just kind of?
I mean, not so much a challenge, but it was just time got caught up with reading the book.
Yeah.
It really wasn't a challenge. Like, it wasn't like something impossible. It was just like, got caught up. We went to go see monster trucks on Saturday, and then we were running around with the kids, and I was finishing up some stuff in the back. And then Sunday my wife was at a baby shower, and then we had the Eagles game. So it was like just a lot going on, and I had the kids most of the time with me. So when my wife was out, so it was like kind of just caught up in the moment with the kids and stuff like that. So it really wasn't hard or challenging, but it's just
day just gets away
just
from
managing it.
Yeah, managing it.
Well, and that's what I was saying. Was like that was like my number one thing years ago when I realized working out at night or any time outside of during the day, if on my regular regimen. Now the weekends are different because I can manage it a lot better because I have way more time on my hands. But if I don't get that workout in, dude, I'm telling you, I'll go the whole day just mad at myself. Like, dang, dude, now I got to go home. And then I feel like I'm taking... So what I like about it is I feel like everything I'm doing within this challenge, I don't take anything away from my family, like family time, because I'm doing it before anyone's even up, right? And so even the workout, everything, I'm done. I'm at work. So every day they would wake up, if it was a work day, they wouldn't see me in the morning anyway. But if I would come home, when I got home, and then I chose to pick 45 minutes to work out, now I'm taking 45 minutes away from that. Then we go eat dinner, and then he got to go and do his homework, so, I'm pulled away from that already. Where now it's like, I feel like they have no idea that I'm doing all this in the morning. They know later on because I'm talking about it. I'm making a regular conversation.
But it don't affect them early in the morning.
Right. And the other thing I had added was consistently going to church, which I kept up with too, once a week. So I added that too, and I'm trying to add in an additional book. So I'm trying to add certain things, and there's some other stuff that I have added for myself, like on a personal level.
That's crazy you added the church thing too. I had no idea about that. I added the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to church once a week now too.
Yeah.
Confession, church.
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember the first week, it was like, man, we had all this stuff going on a Sunday. Like, literally had like an event. Like, the same thing's going to happen to me this coming week. And, I went yesterday, but I remembered, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's right. They have Sunday or Wednesday worship at the church that I go to. And I'm like, yes, I'm still making my, and it's funny, dude, because it just that saying where there's a will, there's a way popped up in my head because it's true. I'm like, dang, I messed up because I couldn't go to the thing. They're like, oh yeah, don't forget Wednesday we'll be having a service. I'm like, yes, that's right, I forgot.
Yeah, that's just for me.
That's perfect. That works out. And then same thing's probably gonna happen this coming week. We had some things again booked, scheduled way before we started this. But anyway, it's interesting to add stuff. So think about stuff that you would add personally, because we always talk about, man, this isn't that challenging. So then think about what you can add to make it more challenging. Give up chocolate, give up fast food, give up something that you love, give it up for a month, because, and I'm not saying give it up forever, but give it up for the next 2 weeks, because it's going to make you appreciate it when you go back to it, like, dang, did I really miss it or whatever. I think fast food's a good one to give up. and try to have home cooked meals every dinner time or whatever, and stop thinking about going out to eat. Another thing, you'd be surprised how much money you spend on things. You're like, what in the world? For me, it was the breakfast thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro, it was at least $5-10 a day every day, just on breakfast.
On breakfast?
Yeah,
that's wild.
not even knowing.
Yeah.
Not that I not knowing, but not even realizing it was that much.
Yeah.
It was just so.
Same thing with me. It was like $5 a day because there was a bagel shop before the pandemic. At our job, there was like a little deli joint, and the dude, he'll have like pork roll, egg, and cheese on bagel. Like he made it fresh right there. So I was like, yo, let me get everything with some hot sauce and pork roll, egg, and cheese. And I walk in and like, heck, they're the same. And I'm like, you know what? I go like that. And they knew right away. And it was like $5 for that bagel. And I was eating it every day. And then I'm like, yo, this is catching up to me. Yeah, and then I'll go a day without eating it. And then I gotta go get that. By 9 o'clock, I was already eating breakfast. Yeah. Because I was in the office by 7. So it's like, I need something now. But it all cut off. Like I just stopped that, and the deli's not there anymore too. So that's another.
How do you guys find? Like obviously you guys could literally physically see me switch up on the weekends because. So for everyone listening, I send the guys like one of the segments of our reading that I thought that was a highlight to point out, whatever. I sort of circle it, send it to the guys, try to send like a little message with it or whatnot. So how are you guys with the like work day versus like a weekend day? Because to me it's like very different.
Yeah, totally different.
And that makes me but that makes me like think about like the lifestyle aspect of it, right? Because the lifestyle aspect of it, I remember Joe Rogan had a guy on. He says, I eat nothing but fruits up until 12 in the afternoon, and then I can eat my first meal. Whatever. That was his type of whatever. And he was like, even on your honeymoon? He's like, yeah. He's like, no. He's like, this is a lifestyle. Like he's like, it doesn't matter where I am in the world. I travel all over the world. I eat nothing but fruit until 1 p.m. or something like that. And I'm like, that's his actual lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where for me, I'm realizing I'm still building on it because I'm totally different and out of whack on the weekends.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that it's like, I don't have to get up. It's like, or do you? Or do you have to still get up at 4:45 on the weekends? You know what I'm saying? Different activities are happening at night. That's where I find more my challenge is. But so talk about your work day and your regiment versus your days off. Anybody?
Like for me, my work days are basically I get up at 5:45 and I'm just like up and at it. So I'm going in for work. So during the week, it's easier. Yeah. On the weekends, it's different because the kids, they come in and they're like all over. They get up before I do. I'm like, what? Why are you guys up right now? You guys just went to sleep like 5 hours ago. What are you doing? Go back to sleep. And they're just all over the place jumping. Daddy, I want pancakes. Daddy, I want. I'm like, man, I got to make pancakes and bacon and got the house smell like this. And I can't eat. It's tough. And then, Jess is doing some stuff running around or whatever. And it's like, for the most part, I'm like maintaining the kids during the weekend during the day and stuff. And so it's like, the weekends are a little tougher, but I have to nip it in the butt and just find that spot. I know like the first weekend, I was able to get up and the kids didn't find me. I was in the family room, lights out, TV off, and I was just in there, I had the book, and I was just had my phone reading stuff and just got it all done literally within an hour. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, Dad, there you are. I'm like, I'm here. I've been here. Just didn't find me. So I just got to kind of figure that out. Like on the weekends, just go off and do that early. Try and get it done before them on the weekends. Yeah. And that way have the rest of the day and not. And it's like, it sucks too because it's stuck in the back of my head knowing that I didn't read that book. Yeah. On Saturday and Sunday. Like, it was just in my head. I'm like, I know Monday I got to kill it. I got to read all 3 chapters. I got to read Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays. Yeah. And get that out of the way. Yeah. So I read, like today, I read like 3 chapters. First thing, read 1. Hour later, read the other one, and then I think it was probably like around lunchtime, read the last one for the day. Yeah. And broke it up that way. That way I wasn't like, hitting myself and not understanding what the heck I just read. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I mean, like I said, the weekdays, cake. Weekends, it's challenging for me. Yeah.
I think with the work day too, like you were saying, like I know I got to be in work at this time.
Yeah.
So if I don't wake up and get at it at this time, I'm not going to get it done. And then I got things I do outside of work, after work, to where I can't go to the gym.
Yeah.
So if I don't get it done in the morning, I'm not going to get it done.
Exactly.
And like Sunday, so me and Miguel's days off are Sunday and Monday, but Sunday, like I got to be training with my fight coach at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I still got to be up at a certain time to the gym before I go train with him.
Right.
But then Monday comes like today.
Yeah.
And Monday I'm off. Like today I slept in.
Yeah.
I didn't get to the gym till 3:45.
Yeah.
I read the chapter right before we had the podcast tonight. Like so it threw everything was thrown off today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's the difference between the workday. Monday is the hardest day for me.
Right.
Because Monday's the day I don't really have nothing going on.
Right.
I can, you know what I mean? I can slip up I can slack off if I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not regimented.
100%.
So that's the difference for me.
Yeah, no, same thing with the work week. It's dude, everything for us at the shop, we're appointment only, so everything's punctual, right? Time. So before work, everything's kind of, I gotta do everything in a timely manner. And that's how like my whole day, it's organized that way. The weekend comes and like Sunday is like the day where me and Lauren we both have off. So that's like our day. We kind of just chill together, do whatever outside of other things that family functions, but. So her thing is she likes to go out for breakfast on Sundays. Yeah. Well, thank God. The past 2 Sundays we were busy, so we didn't really go out for breakfast. But that kind of like saved me. And then like same thing. Monday's my day off, like Angelo said. Had like yesterday being the Super Bowl. I had a long day. Yesterday running around. I went home, fell asleep, woke up this morning. I'm like, I'm just gonna take it easy. So I kind of just like. Laid in bed, kind of bummed around. I should have read the book, but I still just like kind of like took my time with today. But then it's like, dang, next thing I know, time's going. I'm like, I got to catch up on all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's during the week, it's perfect. The weekends are tough. Yeah.
For me, it seemed like it felt like easier on the weekend, just to kind of just crank everything out all at once. Like during the week, during the week before work, I'd get up, do the workout, do the water, do the vitamins, all that stuff. Then get ready for work, and then like I have my like routine. Like once I get to work, then I'll do the affirmations. Once by the time the end of the day, then I'll do like obviously like, walk up the stairs, and I do like little bits and pieces along the way, and then I finish off the night with the reading and the meditation and stuff.
Yeah.
But then it seems like the weekend I could just crank it all out in the morning. Like get up, do the workout, start reading, do everything like at the same time before actually getting ready for the day. So it was like,
what's funny that you're saying that, because for us on the weekend, unless we have something that's in the morning, it sort of somewhat pans itself out similar, because my wife and the boys sleep in purposely because she didn't have to get them ready for school or anything like that. So even if I push myself back like an hour or two, I'm still good because everyone's still sleeping. Again, I have this whole thing of like I don't want to miss any time with my kids. Like I want to spend literally every minute I can. So I'm putting the onus on me. Like, dude, you could have got up when they're still sleeping, and now you're missing out so then today, instead of missing out, we all went for a walk. The whole family, so we made it a family thing. It's like, no, we're working out. We're doing this together. And it was like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing. I was like, if you guys work out with me, you go for this walk with me, we'll go, because James wanted to go play basketball, go to basketball courts, and Cade wanted to go to the playground. I'm like, we'll do this all together. Jump in a car, go to the basketball courts, shoot some hoops for about a half hour, jump back in the car, and find the little playground around the corner. Do that for a half hour. You guys had your time. We're back by 5 o'clock for dinner. Bang. It's exactly what we did. But, the more and more you get that your kids see you doing, or just whatever, your loved ones or family members, people around you, I should say, doing it, it almost does something for them too. Because they're like, maybe I don't want to jump on it this week. Maybe I will do something, with him next week. Or, damn, that makes me want to think. Maybe I should grab a book, stop at Barnes & Noble, grab something. On my way home from work or whatever. I'm telling you, you're inspiring the people around you, whether you realize it or not.
That just goes back to the iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about last time.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, actually I did. So like with the whole working out thing, I'm like doing like calisthenic kind of things. Like, so Lauren, she's actually been taking it. It's called bar. It's a bar class. It's like a yoga type stretching type. She started doing that and she likes it. Now she's going twice a week to do it. Like, and then it's it's new to her, so she still like kind of comes home and does her own things on the days that she doesn't go to the class. So it's kind of like motivating her, like just seeing. And then same thing with the reading. Like at night, she reads every night before she goes to bed. So it's like I use SSR right now, so I got to read too. So it's like we're kind of motivating each other without even knowing it, though. It's like just like just
You guys
that
give
energy.
stars at the end of the week.
It's just that energy.
Little
gold
recap.
stars.
Yeah, golden stars. I got 5
As
this
long
week.
as I get my sticker, I'm good.
It's so funny. Oh man, so anyway, the chapters we read this week was let me just go back. I'll just share what we sort of went through. Speak the language of heaven, and it was talking about that's basically speaking into faith and love. Day 9 was find your why, which obviously is pretty self-explanatory. Purpose, cause, or belief. Which is funny because I was already working on what my vision and mission was, my personal vision and mission. And that sort of like allowed me to sort of not modify it, but basically hone in and exactly what I wanted it to read or sound like. Raise your standard. I love this. Winners are constantly competing against themselves, striving to get better. They are way too busy focusing on their execution and output to be concerned with the scoreboard. I mean, it's just. I think the one had been. It was discipline or something. Your daily focus should be on perfecting the basics in whatever field you're in. Dude, it's sick. Guys, so the book is Blessed and Unstoppable by Billy Giles Brooks. I cannot recommend the book more. Day 11's Master Yourself. Self-discipline is unifying the body and mind toward a specific goal or purpose. Self-discipline is an essential ingredient to all success. Consistency. Ange got his notes. I like it. And then day 12 is plugging into the power. The power is love, God's love, and sort of like producing that for is sort of like your output towards others. And then day 13 was stay in your lane. This was hard too. This was a good one. Drowned out the worldly expectations of what you should be and just be who you are. Anyway, like I said, guys, this is Andrew, I'm going to earmark that for you. This is a book. It says volume 1, but Blessed Unstoppable. I don't know if he might have several volumes out right now, but it's dope because the reading literally is following us. You know what I mean? Like by the days it's broken down. Typically, I guess when we mature outside of this book, we're gonna have to get books and divide them up by chapters. But the chapters are so small; it's like 5, 6, 7 pages. You're like, yo, I can get through this. It's sort of like motivating me to like, and I actually can't wait to read tomorrow's or whatever. This is not something I feel like is a chore, right?
Peeking ahead at the next
chapter. Ooh, baby. Anyway, is there anything maybe we should add? Do you think we should add to the challenge now that we're 2 weeks in? By the end of this week or by midway of this week, we'll be at the halfway point, which is pretty impressive that we're already there. What do you guys think? Is there anything we can add? Anything that the challenge is missing? I know the one thing that I've been trying to do is obviously messaging the guy because Heck said, or the feedback was like with the last challenge, felt like by the end of the week it kind of fizzled out or whatever. So I've been obnoxiously sending messages like at 5:45 in the morning. That's just when I'm done the reading. So I'm just like sending a picture of the passage, let's go, whatever. So hopefully that's helping or encouraging or whatever.
You definitely look forward to it. Like, you got expected at this
That's
point.
what I'm saying. I was looking for this morning. I'm like, yo, is he slacking? Did he forget? Am I ahead of him right now? I'm like, yo, am I winning?
Well, he was 2 chapters behind talking about am I winning. My man got the audacity. Talk about he caught up a whole week's reading. Oh, man. That's so funny. All right, so as usual, we like to wrap things up with quotes, and the first one is by Bob Proctor. No amount of reading or memorizing will make you a successful life. It is the understanding and application of wise thought that counts. Application of wise thoughts that count. And the second one by Simone Biles. I'd rather regret the risks that didn't work out than the chances I didn't take at all. Mission B33, part 2 in this episode. The crew talks about the new challenge, Mission B33. We cover topics that range from updates for week 2, ups and downs we experienced, results, and much more. We wrapped the episode up with quotes from Simone Biles and Bob Proctor. Awesome. Guys, thanks again for joining us. The Rotated Views podcast was produced for self-development purposes. Huge shout out to our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by the Blessed Lifestyle brand. That is BL3SSED.com. Also sponsored by The Motivation Files Unleashed. This motivational mixtape will be your fuel for success. Available on all platforms. Guys, don't forget to visit the website, JimmyleeVelez.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Rotated Views. If you have any inquiries or questions, email us at info@JimmyleeVelez.com. On behalf of myself and the rest of the crew, we wish you massive success. Stay blessed.